Welcome to your 2025 Mona build guide, because yes, she's still meta, still mysterious, and still setting up massive nukes with that Omen debuff like it's a constellation come to life. Some creators might say, just slap on Thrilling Tales and call it a day. But here, we're optimizing her for that perfect blend of hydro application, burst damage, and team-wide amplification. Whether you pulled her for the astrology vibes, the lore, or because she turns any Vaporize or freeze comp into a reaction machine, this guide will ensure you're getting the most out of Mondstadt's enigmatic astrologer. Mona's normal attack, Ripple of Fate, sends out a series of hydro-infused catalyst bolts that can chain between enemies for some light AoE, making her a decent driver in teams, where she's on-field briefly. Her elemental skill, Mirror Reflection of Doom, summons a taunting phantom that draws aggro and explodes with hydro damage after a short time, providing off-field application that's great for setting up reactions without hogging the spotlight. Then there's her elemental burst, Stellaris Phantasm, which traps foes in a fateful bubble that pops for massive AoE hydro damage and applies the Omen debuff, boosting all incoming damage to the target by up to 60%. The real star of her kit for enabling your main DPS to hit harder. For leveling priority, focus on her burst first since it's her nuke and buff engine, then upgrade her skill for better hydro uptime and phantom explosions, and save her normal attack for last unless you're running her in a rare on-field setup. Mona's artifact choices lean into energy efficiency and damage amplification to keep her burst cycling while maximizing her personal output. The top pick is often 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate for that energy recharge conversion into burst damage, or 4-piece Noblesse Oblige if your team needs the attack buff without overlap from other supports. Alternatives like 4-piece Tenacity of the Millilith work for added HP scaling and team shields, or mix 2-piece Heart of Depth with 2-piece Noblesse for a balanced hydro and burst focus. For main stats, prioritize hydro damage bonus on the Goblet to amp her elemental output, crit rate or crit damage on the Circlet depending on your ratio needs, and energy recharge or attack percent on the Sands to hit around 200 to 250% energy recharge for smooth rotations. Cover the best substats for said unit. Aim for energy recharge first to ensure burst uptime, followed by crit rate and crit damage for her nuke potential, then attack percent for overall scaling, and a touch of elemental mastery if you're in reaction heavy teams like Vaporize. Mona's best weapon is Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers, the ultimate support pick that boosts the next character's attack by 48% on Switch, turning her into a premier buffer for your main DPS. For more damage-oriented builds, Skyward Atlas shines with its high base attack and elemental damage bonus, plus those handy cloud procs for extra hits. The Widsith is another strong 4-star alternative, offering random buffs to attack, elemental damage, or mastery that can spike her burst hard. If you're going free to play, Prototype Amber provides HP scaling and energy regen for the team, while Favonius Codex helps with particle generation to keep everyone's bursts ready. Mona excels in freeze comps where her hydro application locks enemies down. Pair her with Ayaka as main DPS, Shenhe for cryo buffs, and Kazuha for grouping and VV Shred to create perma-freeze chaos that extends her Omen duration. For Vaporize teams, run Mona alongside Hu Tao or Diluc for the pyro carry, Bennett for healing and attack buffs, and Yelan or Xing Cho for double hydro resonance and more off-field damage, letting her burst set up huge reverse vape multipliers. In electro charge setups, team her with Raiden Shogun or Fischl for consistent electro, Beidou for off-field bursts, and Sucrose for elemental mastery sharing and swirls to keep the reactions chaining endlessly. If you're into Bloom or Hyper Bloom, slot Mona as the driver with Nahida for Dendro application, Kuki Shinobu for healing and Hyper Bloom triggers, and Nilu for enhanced cores, turning her dodges and attacks into a seed-generating machine. She's A-tier in both sub-DPS and support roles this patch, holding strong despite some power creep. And that's how you build Mona into a fate-weaving force of nature. If this helped you out, hit that like button, subscribe for more Genshin Impact content, and let me know in the comments, what's your favorite reaction to pair with her Omen and who's your go-to main DPS? Catch me live on Twitch for builds, pulls, and astrology readings. Follow me on X for updates and hot takes, and don't forget to join the Discord to chat, theorycraft, and flex your artifacts. And hey, grab some clean merch at gachaking.store. By following this guide, you too can be a Gacha King. See you in the next one.